Okay, so what we're going to do first is get averages. And so for the averages, you're going to do that for each of your light levels. So those different light levels were at 0, 25, 430, 650, and 1270. And the units for that were lumens. So the class data, what we're going to do is add everything together and then divide by the number that we have. So we had 0, 2, 3, 4 divided by 4 will give us an average of 0. For the 25 light level, we had a 0, 4, and 2 divided by 3, and that is going to give us an average of 2. For the 430 nanometers, we had 0, 1, 0, and 1, and that gives us an average of 0.5. For 650, we had 0, 6, 7, 6, and 1, and that gives us an average 5, divide that by 5, so that's going to equal 4 disks floating. And then at 1270, we had just one individual do that, so that was 3. So that gives us an average of 3. And so this was the number of disks floating at 30 minutes. Okay, then we need our standard deviations. Okay, and so for standard deviation, the equation for that is the square root of the sum of the x of I minus mu, which is the mean, so x bar squared divided by our sample size. So if we were to do all of this, right, that's going to be, I'm not going to do the math for this one because it's the standard deviation of 0 on that. For the next one, it is 0 minus 2 squared plus 4 minus 2 squared plus 2 minus 2 squared. All of that divided by 3, and then take your square root of all of that. And so that's going to get you, so that'll be 0.06 repeat. For the next one, we have 0 minus 0.5 squared plus 1 minus 0.5 squared plus 0 minus 0.5 squared plus 1 minus 0.5 squared divided by 4, and take the square root of that, and that's going to give us 0.016 repeat. For the next one, we have 0 minus 4 squared plus 6 minus 4 squared plus 7 minus 4 squared plus 6 minus 4 squared plus 1 minus 4 squared, all of that divided by 5, and take your square root, and that gets us 0.13 repeat. And then this last one does not have a standard deviation, so that would be 0. Okay. So this is the number of disks floating. If you changed everything to a rate, so that would be some number over time, that is a rate. And since we did this over 30 minutes, you can take those values and divide by 30 minutes to get you the rate. And now we're going to go ahead and graph this information.